he's probably going to be replaced with another Republican. But we're not going to get into all that party crap. Even if he get replaced with another Democrat, it's still going to be a super religious person who is going to impose their religions onto all of South Carolina. But let me move on to the next point though about example of this is blue law. The best way I can explain to you this blue law is that basically certain stores, certain places will not be able to open up. They will not be able to sell certain items. They will not be able to sell certain items before a certain time. All because it's Sunday. Chick-fil-A is founded by a super religious person. They don't open on Sundays because of it. Think of the blue law kind of an extreme version of that. So, basically though, here in Aiken County of South Carolina, we as atheists have not inserted ourselves. We have not fought for our rights, so these blue laws have stuck around for quite a long time. And the way it works is that Walmart couldn't sell certain retail items like clothes and stuff before 1:30. They couldn't sell the stuff because it was considered a retail item. You can only sell food and beverages. Now they couldn't sell alcohol at all on Sundays. Nowhere can you, in the state of South Carolina, can you sell alcohol on a Sunday. No, that's a no-go. You cannot do that. Now, certain stores can't even be open up on a Sunday. Liquor stores, stuff like that. None of those stuff can be open on Sundays. Now, basically, Aiken County recently decided, and in the end of last month, decided that they was no longer going to do this blue law with restrictions on the retail and what's not, because we're in a recession, and this is definitely hurting us. Because people just simply taking their business across the river to Augusta, Georgia, which, by the way, is not that far from Aiken at all. We're talking about 5, 10, 15 minutes tops, and from certain locations from Aiken. So, people will simply take their business across the river, and basically Aiken County loses a lot of money. So they decided to get rid of the parts of the law that said that the stores can't open up and sell retail items before 1:30. They got rid of that law. So things got a little bit better in that sector, but they did not get rid of this law because atheists were pushing them to. They got rid of this law because the economy forced them to. You see what I'm saying? The atheists are not really doing much around here, and it very well concerns me, because if there's any place in this country that they should be fighting extremely hard, it's in the South, it's in the Bible Belt. But they don't want to do it apparently down here. They don't want it bad enough. I want it bad enough, but apparently the rest of the atheists don't want it bad enough, I guess. But moving on though, there is no atheists in our city council here in Aiken. There's no atheists in our state legislation. We are screwed. We have no voice whatsoever. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with you, I know of no other atheists in Aiken County. I got a page up on Atheist Nexus. I did a little research on it and found that apparently there are like 5, 6 atheists in Aiken County, but none of those locked on in a while. And there are 1 atheist in North Augusta, which is the city in Aiken County, which is where I reside. And she hasn't locked in a while. I never seen her a day in my life. Probably don't even live in North Augusta anymore. So it's like I'm pretty freaking isolated around here. But ain't nothing I can do about it right now. But yeah, we need to do something. We need to get involved. We need to make our politicians accountable. We need to get our interests out there and make them fight for our freaking votes. Shoot. Sure enough, we earned that, all this crap that we had to put up with all this time. But I want to go ahead and talk about one more thing, then I'm going to go ahead and shut up for the day. I want to talk about the fact that people tend to always say that particularly in where I'm from, that the reason why you can't have atheists in the schools, I mean not in the schools, but in the political sector, is because they will take all other religious rights away. You won't be able to go to church. They're gonna knock down your church. You won't be able to practice your religion. That's a bunch of bullshit. Don't nobody want to take your right away to worship your invisible friend. Feel free to go on ahead. But one thing atheists will do is make sure you don't infringe on anyone else's right to do that, and make sure you don't try to push your beliefs onto anyone and basically oppress anyone and discriminate against anyone based on your religion. It's not going to happen, buddy. So, sorry for you. But that's why you don't want atheists to get into any political office. Then you dumb as hell, because you don't want nobody discriminating against you. What makes you think that you got the right to discriminate against the atheists? And that's another thing. I don't think that this discrimination against the atheists is really going to begin to hit a true turning point until atheists start speaking out more in their own communities and taking more roles in the political process of their own community. That is what's going to ultimately make the discrimination begin to shift. Peace.